Hello friends, let us try to understand how water came into existence on earth. Today if I ask you how much water is present on earth, you all will say that 71% of the earth's surface is covered by water. But earth was not always the same as it is today. The primitive earth, which was formed 4.56 billion years ago, only had its first oceans 4 billion years ago. So iska matlab it took 0.6 billion years for water to actually come into existence on earth. So why it took such a long time? What was the process responsible? Let us try to understand that. So 4.56 billion years ago, earth was hot, molten, homogeneous planet. So there was no crust, mantle, core, nothing. It was a very hot planet where the average surface temperature will sometimes exceed 8000 degrees Celsius. If you ask me today what is the average surface temperature of earth, I'll say it's 15 degrees Celsius. The hottest temperature we get is in the inner core, which is around 6000 degrees Celsius, but that time earth's surface temperature would exceed 8000 degrees Celsius. So as a result, the early atmosphere of earth, which consists of primordial gases like hydrogen and helium, was lost into the space. Why? Because the hot gases, the extreme high temperature ke वजह से this hot gases could not stay part of the earth and there was a weak gravitational field. As a result, this hot gases got lost into the space. So the first atmosphere of the newly formed planet was lost. But it is an established fact that all these planets eventually started cooling down. So when hot molten magma consists of many volatiles which are not stable at lower temperature. So when this magma started cooling, many volatiles started to escape out in the atmosphere. This process of release of gases from a molten magma, this process is called as degassing. Abhi scientists believe that this process is similar to what when gases escape out during a volcanic eruption also. So they believe that the gases that would have come out from this degassing process would have been water vapor around 60 to 70%, carbon dioxide 10 to 15%, and nitrogen 8 to 10%. So obviously water vapor is coming from a hot earth in the atmosphere, which is cooler atmosphere. So water vapor, when comes in contact with a cooler place, what it forms water. So as the cooling continued, the liquid water and water vapor became coexistent and as a result clouds were formed. Subsequently, these clouds will give out heavy rains. But this heavy raindrops evaporated before they even could reach the earth's surface. What was the reason? Reason was earth was very hot that time. So this cycle of evaporation and precipitation continued, like it is believed to be like for hundreds of thousands of years. There was a huge deck of dark clouds in the atmosphere. तो क्या होता था? बारिश होती थी, ठीक है, evaporation होता था, वापस बारिश vaporize होके it used to go back to the sky and form clouds. But because of this entire process, what happened? Earth eventually started to cool down. The crust started to cool down further. So when the crust finally cooled down sufficiently, this torrential rains, which were believed to have lasted for around 40,000 years, they not only removed water vapor from the space, from the air, but they also carried with them carbon dioxide. As a result, it led to formation of thick carbonate rocks also. So after this rains which continued to fall for centuries, the water was drained into great hollows in the earth's surface and the primeval oceans came into existence. Plus the force of gravity prevented water from leaving the planet. As a result, we get the first oceans on earth, and this process took around 0.6 billion years. Hence we get the first oceans 4 billion years ago. Hope you understood. Thank you.